Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking claim to fame and the latest episode that aired this week. And what ended up happening it was revealed, spoiler alert, that Alicia Keys' brother Cole has been exposed, has been revealed to the people. So what ended up happening, we were dealing with the aftermath of Shane's elimination, and it seems to be some mixed reviews with everyone as far as like whether or not that was the right game move for Cole to do. But ultimately, the other side of that is what would ended up happening if he didn't guess Shane and just took a wild guess at Carson and really tried to guess somebody that was wrong, and said Jeff Gordon, and really she's related to Dale Earnhardt Jr. or something. He would have been exposed. He would have been eliminated last week, right? But nonetheless, we have this week where he's trying to do damage control with the house, and the house is kind of like whatever. Monet has already sent, an alert out to the troops that he is going to be gone no matter what. And then Chris's alliance is mad at him because he will not share any clues with him, and they feel he is being suspect. And I, for the life of me, for the millionth time, do not know why these people do not see that he is the splitting image of Donny Osmond, you guys. I do not understand it, right? And I am so confused. And there are literally people who were thinking of guessing Chris and guessing that his celebrity relative was Jim Carrey, you guys. Make it make sense. Make it make sense as to how you can look at Chris and be like, oh my gosh, he is related to Jim Carrey. No. Either these people are playing in our face and are pretending to not know who he is on purpose, or these people really are clueless and are too young to know. But that even shouldn't be an excuse, because I consider myself quote unquote, young, but I know a lot about pop culture. I know who Donny Osmond is, right? And maybe it's because I go to Vegas a lot that I knew who, Donny Osmond was, right? And knew that he had Vegas residencies and all of the things. So I was very familiar with who the Osmonds are and their history and all of that, even though I wasn't around then, right? I wasn't born in the 70s, right? So I knew exactly who that was. So it is very weird to me that they do not know. So then we had a situation where they brought back the telephone game where you break up into two teams. The Jonas Brothers, they tell you like some type of limerick that includes clues about each person's celebrity relative. They have to play a telephone and relay it to everybody on their team. And by the time it gets to the final person, that person has to deduce from what has been told to them in the clues, what items you need to be putting, to basically have match to win the challenge. So they did 2 rounds of this, 2 limericks of this, and Chris's team won, right? And so Gabe was the captain of this, so he's the one who won immunity. So Monet has pulled him to the side and was like, listen, I need you to pull my clue. I need to find out what is on there to see, if I'm going to be at risk or if it's going to expose my celebrity relative. Why Gabe decides to go through with this, I have no idea, because it's not going to end well, right? And so Chris, basically sparked up a conversation with Gabe that was like, okay, well, nobody knows the clue that I picked, so we can do a trade, clue for clue, and work together or whatever, because nobody else knows. And I just feel bad because Gabe is being manipulated so bad in this house, and he doesn't even see it. And he is going to end up being a sacrificial lamb at some point, right? And it's just very annoying. So nonetheless, he goes and he takes Monet's clue, which couldn't have been, clear as day. The one time Gabe actually knows what the clue is, right? Actually understands in instant what the clue says. And all it said was basically her celebrity relative was on Saturday Night Live as well as Curb Your Enthusiasm, and there's only so many black people who have ever been on Curb Your Enthusiasm and who also has been on Saturday Night Live, and that comes to the conclusion of JB Smoove, you guys. And JB Smoove is who her celebrity relative is, I presume her father, and for whatever reason, I do not know why, it looks like in the preview for next week, Gabe gives his clue to Chris, and Chris tells the clue to everyone else in the house. And I'm like, why, Gabe? Why are these people this season, really the last couple of seasons, they cannot stay together in their alliances. They cannot stay together in their alliances, and they end up get picked off one by one by one, and it is very frustrating to watch. It's like, why can't you stay with your alliance? And why are you dealing with people who do not tell you information unless they want you to be the guesser? That is not an alliance, right? So why are you turning your back on your ally Monet when she has been nothing but good to you? Why are you putting it all on the line for Chris? And even if he did give you his clue, you're not going to know. You're not going to understand it, right? So I think the bulk of the contestants are either too young to know who Chris and Hugo's, celebrity relatives are. So therefore, they're going to be in the game for a little bit longer, right? Unless some people get on their job, right? So other people are trying to investigate some of these other, contestants of who their celebrity relative could be. But pretty much the consensus is, they did not want anybody to be the guesser that was going to be a wild card, right? And so they ended up with selecting Carson to be the guesser. She decided to guess Cole. And, it ultimately was confirmed that he's, in fact, Alicia Keys' brother. I know a lot of people were shocked that that was her brother, because those of you who followed Alicia Keys and her career, you feel like you know everything about her, but her sibling has very much been in the background. He's around, but he is not, in the headlines. He is not somebody that you would just automatically know unless you were, quote unquote, in the know, right? So then one of the Jonas brothers, basically said that they think that they have met him before because they've, met Alicia Keys before. So obviously he's been around quite a bit, but ultimately, unlike other celebrity siblings, he is not one that is trying to be in the industry or one that's trying to be in front of the cameras and all of the things. But I knew he was going to be eliminated the moment that he selected Shane the previous week to be revealed. Of her celebrity relative, Eddie Murphy. I knew his days were numbered because it exposed his gameplay. It exposed that he was willing to sell out his alliance in order to stay another week. And ultimately, Monet said that Shane left a message for her to just take out Cole, and that was what they did. They succeeded in doing that. So next week, like I said, it looks like Gabe gives Chris the clue, who then proceeds to give the clue to other people. And I just don't get it. I just do not get it. I think this is not going to end well because these people are going to continue to get picked off. They're going to continue to get picked off because they're not playing the game right. You should be staying airtight in your alliances and trying to figure out who the other people in the house are that are not in your alliance. You cannot play this middle game and try to be friends with everyone in the house because they're being two-faced and they're talking about you behind your back, right? And so it's going to be a hot mess this next episode. I already know it is. I'm not looking forward to it. But there were a lot of obvious clues that were in this last challenge, specifically regarding Donny Osmond, with the Vegas chips and all of the things and gambling and betting and all of that. And people are just not putting two and two together, right? They were onto something when they said celebrities that have a residency, right? But they were thinking more so like a Celine Dion or Britney Spears. They were way off and not thinking strategically of who some of the older Vegas residencies that used to dominate back in the day that still have residencies now, or recent residencies that would put two and two together for them. So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts on the episode. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.